So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, it went to zero.
GM, and welcome back to the channel. Market update here. We're going to look at Bitcoin economic data and Fantom, the Sonic upgrade, as it may be coming soon based on the price action here. So a bit of a TLDR on Fantom and Sonic. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and let's jump in. So Bitcoin here, I have zoomed out to the weekly chart as the 15-minute time frame was giving me anxiety. And so we can see a bit of a fresher look here. So ideally this week, we're going to close above 60K. That is my kind of line in the sand, bull, bear. At this moment, choppy price action, really unenjoyable. However, we can see the Monday, Black Monday kind of dump off from around 62, high 62s really. That's kind of, if we can reclaim above there, you know, this chart starts to look a whole lot better. And we've got some tailwinds here with the stock market just absolutely chatting on up. Maybe we should be trading some of these things because they've just recovered all their losses, which is pretty incredible to see. And coin here, Coinbase stock, has printed a very nice move up over the last couple of weeks here. And that has typically been indicative of crypto strength. Coinbase doing well, has been following on into the likes of crypto, obviously BTC and others, but 59.4 is the read right now. Now, we did have positive economic data in terms of the US not going into recession, no emergency, 75 basis points cut required. So initial jobless claims for the week ending August 12th came in lower than anticipated, 227,000. Expectation was 236,000. So doomsday callers may be in shambles here, but this one was interesting. The Kobe SE letter, this shows you the numbers have kind of been revised lower consistently for quite some time here. So this goes back to February 2022, and this year alone, non-farm payrolls were revised down 279,000 from January to June. So it kind of looks like they are massaging the numbers behind the scenes, creative accountancy being done. But I guess with an election coming up, whatever you got to do to stay in power. Burger Flipper posted this one, quite a cool take. And, you know, a lot of people are very, very bearish right now. You can see negative funding rates across the board. But he says the stock market has already retraced the entire dump down from that Monday, and Bitcoin's still struggling under 60, but gold has made new all-time highs. He dares to say it might be the last chance to buy Bitcoin under 60K before it makes new highs in Q3. So interesting take there. Bitcoin, yep, a bit lackluster here. Obviously, there must be a lot of sales ongoing of Bitcoin in the background. We're seeing the likes of the US government moving funds to like Coinbase Prime. Are they selling those? There's obviously the Mt. Gox overhang still in the market with repayments having been made. So there's obviously reasons why we're struggling, but if we can get over these hurdles, hopefully blue skies ahead. Now, just a quick eyeball. Last 24 hours, what has shown strength? We have the likes of Aave, Fantom, Arun, Sui down there as well. So Sui being highly shilled recently, but now Fantom seemingly posting some good gains, up 23% in the last week, now at 40 cents. So just wanted to jump into Fantom, do a TLDR of Sonic. So if you want to read the long format of this one, check it out. I'll leave a link to it down below from BLOCMATES, and also we'll leave a link to the BLOCMATES meal deal if you want to go even deeper into crypto and are taking this very seriously. Maybe that will be for you. But what is the Fantom Crypto Sonic upgrade? Let's jump into this. So first and foremost, bit of a background on this one. Fantom was absolutely wrecked by multi-chain, essentially rugging them, as a load of the tokens that were actually bridged onto Fantom were via the multi-chain bridge. And it was kind of exploited. There was some criminal proceedings. And when your multi-sig for most of the assets on your chain gets absolutely ransacked, well, it leaves your chain in a very precarious position. Now, earlier in the year, I think it was the end of Q1, Wormhole and Circle kind of came to the rescue and started to get USDC onto Fantom and really kickstarted the economy from then and gave it a bit of a booster and a bit of a pulse, if you will. Now, what's coming up here is the Sonic upgrade. So Fantom will actually rebrand from FTM, the ticker, to S. ticker S. This will mean it'll have a brand new chart. Anyone coming to that chart afresh will be like, well, this thing has no bag holders. It kind of just gives it a psychological edge, if nothing else. And rebrands have typically been quite bullish in crypto in bull runs. But the main upgrade is all around the performance. So supersonic performance is the key phrase. And this will actually increase the transactions per second up to around 2000 TPS. And finality can be hit in a single second. So this is achieved via them dropping the EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, and creating their own Fantom Virtual Machine, the FVM. So 2044 transactions per second have been tested, and time to finality 0.923 seconds. So this is going to give potentially Solana a run for its money in terms of that speed. And what it does have an advantage over the likes of Sui, I would recommend, is the fact that Sui hasn't really got much of an ecosystem built out as yet, and it hasn't really got ardent supporters of it at the grassroots. Fantom's been through previous cycles. I know a lot of people who are still very bullish on Fantom. People have muscle memory, having used a lot of the protocols on Fantom as well, so I do think it gives it a bit of an edge. So when we look at that, we've got a technical upgrade coming. You would expect there's going to be some nice price action going into that. Current market cap is $1.1 billion only, and almost fully diluted there as well. If we just look at the chart, maybe I'll bring it up on TradingView. On screen there is the 2024 price action. We did have a nice run up at the start of the year, which was the hype for Sonic, coupled with, of course, Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. Obviously sold off. We have a blowout bottom there, and potentially a bottom for Fantom. Actual bottom price 26 cents down there, and it's pumped nicely since last Monday, up to now around 39 cents per token. So in terms of an alt layer 1 that people have previously used quite heavily, maybe this one's going to have a good run here with a big upgrades, and it wouldn't be totally foreign for people to bridge into Fantom, as we have all done it before. So if you look at TVL here on DeFi Llama, we know the big boys have multiples of billions of dollars in TVL. It's not the be-all and end-all metric. However, you can see down here, Fantom, you've got to scroll a long ways down. So I think this is interesting due to the fact this means it has a long ways to go back up, which is kind of the bright side of looking at this. If people start to bridge into this in force, these numbers are going to really re-rate a lot higher. It's going to be positive for DeFi on Fantom more broadly. And if we look at the stablecoin holdings on here, it's actually 13th in stablecoins. So there's a lot of stables actually on my network, ready and waiting on the Fantom chain. So we saw TVL was like 128 mil. Stablecoins 318 mil. And as I mentioned, this has a load of USDC on there with that partnership between Circle and Wormhole. And so it has USDC dominance, almost 60%. So lots of stables on there, maybe eagerly anticipating something to happen. So that's the brief Sonic TLDR. Let me know what you think down in the comment section about that. Are you going to bid some Fantom for the rebrands, or maybe are you a long-term holder of Fantom? What do you make of this? Is it going to thrive in this run? Then here we have a discussion topic that just broke, so I wanted to get this one in. Super interesting. You know, Eigen did kind of screw up their airdrop, and a lot of hype around ETH and Eigen fizzled out after they gave us a token airdrop, a lot less than people were expecting, and the tokens are like vested as well and locked up, which is pretty crazy. Now, Eigen Labs, the company behind Eigenlayer, circulated a list of its employees' wallet addresses to ecosystem projects that were preparing to do airdrops, i.e., here's all the Eigen team's addresses, the likes of AltLayer, EtherFi, Renzo. Take these and make sure you give them the airdrop in full. Is this legal or not? Is this morally correct? I would suggest no. So CoinDesk have done the digging. They've reverse engineered the wallet list by compiling a list of all Eigen Labs employees and pairing them with wallets and NFTs they had disclosed on social media. Super interesting here. These wallets and also other burner addresses that often only interact with crypto exchanges were collected, and they received respective airdrops from EtherFi, Renzo, and AltLayer. So the total of all their employees who received these backhander airdrops, 487,000 EtherFi, peak value 3.5 mil, 1.7 million Renzo, peak value 433k, and 1.5 million AltLayer tokens valued at 1.02 mil at the peak. So roughly $5 million if they top tick sold the bunch between the Eigenlayer team there. Pretty incredible stuff. Drop me a comment down below. What do you make of this one? Should they be sent to the gulags? And then just to finish off, massive reset in sentiment in this market right now. You can feel it online. Fear, 29 read for the fear and greed index, down from just 30 yesterday to 29, so it's getting worse. Is this a bullish counter indicator? We'll leave things off there. Bitcoin 59.3K. Subscribe if you're new. Meal deal down below. Check it out. Peace.